So when it comes to 20-inch plant pots, you'll be hard pressed to find anyone less than $65. At least I was. I couldn't find what I consider, relatively cheap. This was not an easy task. I searched through the Home Depots of the world, the Lowe's of the world, everything from local nurseries to Amazon, and I couldn't find one. Most of them were, in the hundreds of dollars. I found this one. Looks pretty good. Looks expensive, and yet it was only $30. Believe it or not. So this one is not self-draining, but it is self-watering, right? And by virtue of that, it does drain itself, but there are no holes at the bottom. So by self-watering, you're supposed to be able to fill this up through here. Although I'll show you the difference between this and the smaller version, which is easier to fill. This is either not designed properly or difficult to use, but either way, for my purposes, it's going to act as a draining pot. I spent a lot more time trying to find the wheels because this 20-inch in diameter pot with the soil in it is super heavy and difficult to move, almost very difficult to move without wheels, without a base. So I will do that in a separate video, but it took a while to find a pure white one and also one that would fit when I line this up from the bottom. It looks almost perfect. It looks like almost part of the pot. So anyway, this looks pretty good because it's quite thick. It's plastic. It doesn't weigh much. It's only a couple pounds, a few pounds, like 3 pounds of that. But it is extremely sturdy. When you put the weight in it, it's not going anywhere. Again, this I'll show you through this other video that I'll cut to, but it is hollow at the bottom, so it can collect water down here. It's supposed to be, again, it's self-watering, but for my purposes, at least it will drain. So it looks brilliant, actually. I think not much to say about a pot, but other than it is thick, it is sturdy, it's not shiny, and that's why I think from a distance it looks pretty expensive, actually. And yet it was only $30 from Target. I can leave that link for you down below. So this is the 12-inch version, same exact type of pot, nice and thick, relatively speaking. Looks nice and expensive. This also is self-watering, but the difference is this one you can actually see down there. You can see the dirt on the bottom. This one actually has a deep open hole to be able to pour the water in, and then down here is hollow or empty. The water will sit in there until it's absorbed. Whereas on that 20-inch, there was no real opening, and so I'm not sure if that's a design flaw or what. But for my purposes, it works because I am not trying to. I'm not trying to do the self-water feature. I just wanted it to be able to drain, and obviously for the price, I couldn't resist. This is 12 inches again, and I think this was only $10, but it really looks great. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful. I'll be doing a separate video on those wheels that make it easy to move, which I do to move to get to light and just to move it out of my way. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you found this at all helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, subscribe down below. Thanks for joining me.